gorgeous? Does that funk have you feeling stuck? Have you questioning your purpose, or even yet having you asking if your best years are behind you? Girl, you have zero obligation to stay in that funk. This podcast is for women who want to get the funk out of here, who want to play bigger, ask for more, and step out of mediocrity. Imagine a life filled with lots of energy, excitement, and filled with spunk instead of that funk. This is the After 40 Unfunk Your Mind podcast. I'm your host, Crystal, and I'm ready to talk some shit. Let's go! Hey, Superwoman, it's your friend Crystal coming at ya. I started to record this, and when I did, my daughter came in the room and asked if I would watch what she just learned at guitar practice. I asked her why she wanted me to watch, and she said, because it makes me feel like a performer. And then I watched her, and it was like something magical. It's like she transformed into a musician right in front of my eyes and just got lost in herself. It was so beautiful. And of course, it got me thinking, let's get more lost in ourselves. Leo Tolstoy said, we measure the earth, sun, stars, and ocean depths. We search for rivers and mountains on the moon. We discover new stars and know their magnitudes. We sound the depths of gorges and build clever machines. Each day brings a new invention. What we don't think of. What can't we do? But there is something else, the most important thing of all, that we are missing. We do not know exactly what it is. We are like a small child who knows he does not feel well, but cannot explain why. We are uneasy because we know a lot of superfluous facts, but we do not know what is really important, ourselves. Big words by Leo Tolstoy there. What does that mean? How do you digest that? How do we get to know ourselves or get lost in ourselves? Isn't it crazy when we've had these big aha moments and it's already been recorded somewhere throughout history? But what if we take Leo Tolstoy's words and we lose ourselves in action to find ourselves and to know ourselves? Take yourself out of your routine. Strip away your job title. Move your kids out of the house mentally. Who are you really when all those things are gone? It's natural that you want to look the furthest away from yourself, whether you're reaching for your accomplishments or you're just looking to blame about why you're all funked up, whether it's your upbringing, your lack of support from a partner, your boss, your lack of time, you're busy with the kids, your religion, your education, your political beliefs, your limited skill set. And while I'm not denying any of these, the seriousness of any of these things, they get engraved in our minds and it becomes the story, your identity. It creates this version of yourself that you know today. So I always say when you're trying to unfunk yourself because you're all funked up, congratulations. That's typically a signal that you have outgrown your identity, that your mind, that your soul needs more. So step up, take some accountability, step out of that story. You cannot continue to blame your parents as an adult. If it's that serious and you cannot move past it, you need to seek professional help. However, if you're still blaming them for where you are, and again, not talking about traumatic occurrences, then you need to pull up your adult pants and start asking why you are truly where you are. And this works too if you're blaming your boss, blaming you not having enough time. Wherever you're pointing blame, let's take some accountability and pull up our big girl pants. Now, I'm telling you to pull up your big girl pants, but I actually want you to go back to your childhood and remember those times when you played those games with your brother, sister, friend, neighbor down the street. And I'm talking about that role-playing game. Like when I was younger, my brother and I used to play He-Man and She-Ra. Together, we fought enemies, slayed dragons, conquered Skeletor. Nothing could get in our way. And even when we stopped playing the game, we still carried that around with us. This attitude of, you mess with us and we'll mess you up. We got lost in that role play. We got lost in being She-Ra and He-Man. And I can tell you that today, I still step into this role. I can step out of it and step in it when I need that badass boost. I liken it to Beyonce as Sasha Fierce. She said in an interview that she created this name so she can actually be more confident in her onstage performances. It allows her the ability to get lost in herself while she's on stage. She did this because she knows herself. She knows herself to be a timid person. And by creating Sasha Fierce, it allows her to lose herself. In my opinion, she delivers every time. She can put on a show as Sasha Fierce. So what happens if you lose yourself for a day? Step into your She-Ra or your Sasha Fierce or whoever you want it to be. Because sometimes when you step outside of yourself, you will actually find clues or breadcrumbs to the person you are. And if it doesn't do that, ask why you can't be this image you created, this big, bad warrior self, or the peaceful person meditating at the top of a mountain. Whatever the image is you've created, ask why you can't be that person now. What is it going to take? What questions do you need to ask? What actions do you need to take? How does this person feel? And I've been told this is a waste of time, Crystal. But I'm telling you that to get the results that you want, if they're different than the results you have today, you have to become a different person. Think differently. Act differently. Think about your 21-year-old self. Are you the same today as you were when you were 21? No, you've morphed. You've grown. You've gained wisdom, hopefully. And I'm going to guess that the majority of us are happy that we are different now than we were when we were 21. And whether intentional or not, you got to the person you are today by your thoughts, by your actions. So challenge yourself. Get lost in yourself. Turn into She-Ra, Sasha Fierce. Use these new characters to test your beliefs. Look at them through the lens of your character. Test your beliefs about yourself, about the world, about other people. Are the reasons based on zero rational thought? They are just beliefs, subject to change. Thank goodness we can change our mind. The world is ever changing. Ideas and beliefs can be changed by other ideas. Shine light on two conflicting beliefs to get rid of the unproductive one. The new one will become a rational conviction. For instance, I have been imagining myself as an amazing podcaster, motivating women across the world to step up, step out of who they believe they are, and step into who they believe they can become. And in doing so, I ran across this belief. That belief was, you don't know how. And the other belief was, you can figure this out. Two conflicting beliefs. You don't know how? You can figure this out. Well, guess which one I picked? You can figure this out. And then by taking action, while lost in this image of being an amazing podcaster, I just realized I can either find somebody to help me, find a teacher, find a mentor. I can figure this out. And that has become a rational conviction for me. Who knew this image of me being this amazing podcaster would turn into this? While I'm not the #1 podcasting show or amongst the best of them, I'm learning so much along the way, and it's a blast. I've gained new skills, met new people from it, and it's even been conversation starters between some of my women groups, which is way better than talking about the weather outside. It has promoted bigger and better, more genuine conversations with others. When I was imagining this, I did not have that on my list of benefits, this conversation starter, and it's been wonderful. Ladies, the good stuff happens in the unknown, or you lose that notion of who you think you are. Leo Tolstoy also said, once we are thrown off our habitual paths, we think all is lost. But it's only here that the new and good begins. And speaking from experience, he has it right, ladies. Stepping out of our routine is so unfamiliar. It almost makes our life feel chaotic. I know, I've been there. But you must. And when you do, lose yourself, even if just for a day. Maybe it becomes that little nudge you need to go towards the person you want to become. Maybe it gives you that boost you need to step over the obstacle that keeps making you trip. So ladies, whether you lose yourself through music like my daughter, playing roles like She-Ra like me and Sasha Fierce, creating new images like my amazing podcasting. Don't let life transform you. You be the author, the composer, the Sasha Fierce, and make your own life. It may not go exactly as planned, but there is likely much better stuff waiting for you when you are in motion. And in the words of my very favorite rapper, Eminem, he said, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip by? Those are profound, ladies. Step out of that current story you're telling about yourself. Out of that habitual routine. Lose yourself. Find ourselves. Be accountable for your own life, your own choices. And let's go. Before you go, Superwoman, I'd love it if you took a little action for me. Like, subscribe to my podcast and leave a review. Also, share the episode with a friend. And as a thank you, hit up my website to crystalsumner.com, thecrystalsumner.com, to grab free journal prompts. Okay, ladies, now is the time to go on Funk Your Mind, play bigger, and ask for more. Open the door to possibility and cancel playing small. So get up and go.